to get to the bottom of it all is a man who is known internationally as Mr. Body Language. He's worked with everyone from prime ministers to royalty. It's Alan Pease, everyone. I'm going to sit like this now. I don't want to move because you're an expert. This fascinates me, OK? We've got 9 people left in camp. What can their body language tell us?
Well, body language accounts for between 60 to 80% of the message that you're sending. So the art of reading it is to read a person's emotions, which is what they're doing. You match it with what they're saying in the circumstance under which they're doing it. And allows you to work out what they're likely to be thinking of. As a simple example, the very first day when the camp opened, the guys were all talking with each other using their hands pretty much like this. The moment Jordan walked through the bush with those boobs hanging out, the hands then became stiffer and started to do these weighing, measuring and groping gestures.
They?
And now that she's gone, they've gone back to the normal position again.
That's so... We would never notice things like that.
Very
That's
nice
incredible.
to see you.
Who shows really strong body language in the jungle?
Well, of everybody in the jungle, I think Kim would probably be the strongest. I mean,
Yeah.
she takes the role of a critical mother. She brings out the finger and starts to whack you across the head with it. And to all intents and purposes, she looks like she might be a potential leader, but I don't believe she is. She's playing a critical mother role, which is good because the other real leader there, who's Joe Bugner, he's responding to that critical mother role as a naughty schoolboy. And you saw that the other night where she confronted him, which takes a bit of guts to do that. And he cowered and started walking around like a child. Sat down and he locked his ankles and put his ankles underneath the seat, whereas when he first arrived, he had his legs right apart like a chimpanzee with it all poking up to show that he was the boss. But he put it away when she attacked him with the finger.
Let's have a look at it. It's interesting.
I'm trying to think how the best way of doing that is.
I think you can handle this very easily.
Go on.
You know that big, beautiful pan of yours?
Yeah.
Get it nice and hot. Plunk a bit of oil in there.
But George, you do it. You sound you do it. You know.
No, he's got to learn, darling.
I'd rather you do it. You've come down here telling us exactly how. You're in the group as well. Please cook this meal.
No.
Either shut up or do it, or leave that young man alone.
She does do that a lot, doesn't she? She really does do the finger.
She's using what we call a finger baton. She'd like to hit him with the stick, but it doesn't make good sense, so she uses the finger one. And she calls him darling, which means that he's the complete opposite to what she's saying.
Wow. OK, let's talk Stuart and Sabrina, because we all want love in the jungle.
Yes.
And did you see when Stuart kissed Sabrina on the head earlier? And I've always been told that if a boy kisses you on your forehead, it means he loves you. Is that right?
Oh, Caroline.
I believe everything, don't I?
Minicab, love, that's all it means.
I mean, if a pommy kisses you anywhere, you're in for half a chance, all right. Well, the thing about those two that's interesting is, first of all, when Gino started to attack her with the question about do you love him and put her on the spot, the first thing I noticed was that she started to lean out of the set.
Ooh.
And then she physically removed herself while denying that she had any feelings. Now, that's very telling because if you really don't have any feelings about something, you just sit still and say, no, that's not true, as opposed to, no, that's not true, and you move on. It's a bit like Bill Clinton, who said, I did not have sex with that woman. Whereas, in fact, he did have it. So what that reveals is that she's got some feelings there that she definitely doesn't want to show. And his behaviour becomes more grotesque when he's around her. He starts to wave more, which means that because his behaviour is different with her than the rest, that there's something going on in his head about there. So there could be some action happening.
Let's have a look at them. Let's watch them.
We like action.
What?
Do you like
I like everyone here.
God, women don't give me a straight answer.
I like everyone here.
Do you like him? That's the only thing I'm asking.
I like everyone here.
Well, we didn't see Stuart, but we did see Stuart get really upset earlier.
Well, notice when she talked about him too, she started waving that balloon around with a lot of enthusiasm. That was...
What's that a sign of then? Is that... I'd quite like some action.
A sexual thing.
Do you think it's a sexual thing?
Yeah, well, if a woman's standing around with the guy that she really likes, she's likely to start stroking an elongated object, like stem of the glass is the usual thing that gets the guys going. This one, she's got a balloon.
Does anyone want a gerber at this point?
You've got to be boasting again, Richard. I saw you in the shower earlier.
But I don't think there's a woman who's talking about... That's a damaging lie. My lawyers are watching. The thing about Stuart, there was that lovely tender moment, obviously, where he was chatting about his father, you know, which was very poignant.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's a woman in the country now who's not going to vote for him or even a gent and stuff, you know, because the empathy factor, I mean, it's extraordinary. There's not one person who wouldn't say, sit on my lap and suck on her Werther's. Do you know what I mean? And because he's a lovely lad.
He is a lovely lad. We're going to have to wrap it up now, though, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Alan Pease, everyone.